Okay, can y'all hear me good? Okay. All right, I'm ready. Since I was a young child, I have always had my own voice. I've always been outspoken, I've been loud, I've been confident, never afraid to stand in front of a crowd, as you can see. Some people may have loved me for it, some people hated me for it. Sometimes I loved myself and I hated myself for it, but little did I know that those qualities would carry me through a lifetime. I grew up in a household of 4, and I have a total of 8 different siblings. My father was an abusive alcoholic who was incarcerated for most of my childhood. My mom wasn't home much, and with my dad being away, we were able to do a lot of things unsupervised that a lot of kids wouldn't be able to do. I grew up on the south side on Section 8 housing, and I was able to build a community with my peers, a bunch of people who look like me. Now, naturally, as children, we're very curious. We want to do a lot of things. We like to explore. And with no one in the house to tell me no, I was able to explore that curiosity in a variety of ways, which now I'm very grateful for. I had a passion for learning, I had a passion for people, and I had a passion for experimenting. I was surrounded by people of color for most of my life. We didn't have much, but we had each other, as you can see in this picture. We always got together for the first day of school to do a lot of different things. We had ideas, sisterhood, friendship, community. We had our imagination. We would sit outside for hours, and this is literally illegal, but one time we hacked into our neighbor's Wi-Fi, and we would use their internet to look up different things. We would walk to McDonald's to sit on the internet for hours. I found confidence in myself through my ability to do so and to create. There was something magical about being able to make something out of nothing, and the people around me always encouraged me to do so. My neighborhood was great, but my life inside my home looked a lot different than the life that I had outside. At times, there was no food in the house, there was no heat, no father, no water, and sometimes no mother either. My siblings and I had no choice but to be greater than our circumstances. Early on, I didn't learn how to live, but I learned how to survive. School ended up becoming my safe space, and it was my savior. It was somewhere that I could go, and I knew that there would be food, heat, knowledge, electricity, and everything was always provided with no expense. At an early age, I was excited to attend school for a variety of reasons, but as I started getting a little bit older, I would sometimes feel uncomfortable in my own skin. At 6 years old, I was diagnosed with a chronic illness, Graves' disease, and that resulted in puffy skin, bulging eyes, hair loss, and that's just to name a few of the symptoms that I dealt with. So for years, I started to struggle with my anxiety, I started to struggle with my confidence, and I remember being in 4th grade crying because my features were being made fun of. I realized that I was different than the vast majority. At home, people looked like me, but at school, no one did. Everything was different. The way I talked, the way my hair was, my nose, my eyes, my lips, everything about me seemed to be too big, even my personality. Bullies started to make me feel extremely insecure about myself, and my lips in particular seemed to be the butt of everyone's jokes. I tried to find comfort in television shows, but the version of beauty that mainstream markets pushed was a complete opposite of me. We see Hannah Montana, pale skin, blue eyes, small lips. I felt alienated and invisible at the same time. It wasn't until I discovered a new sitcom named Moesha that inspired me to become the author of my own story and to redefine what beauty meant to me. Moesha was a brown-skinned girl. She had big lips, box braids, and a keen sense of style. Every episode, her lips were layered in the most prettiest shades of lip gloss and lipstick, and I instantly fell in love with her character. Not only was Moesha beautiful, but she was talented, she was confident, she was poised, headstrong, everything that I inspired to be. She never let anyone dim her light, and most importantly, she went after every opportunity despite the hurdles and obstacles that she faced. I had finally seen someone on TV who I could relate to, and she was beautiful, but most importantly, for the first time in forever, she was someone that looked like me. Moesha is what inspired me to start investing in my own beauty, and that's kind of the start to my story. I asked my mom to purchase me lip gloss after I started watching Moesha wear it, but my mom said that it was not age appropriate and that I was too young. The jokes were getting worse at school, and I needed something to make me feel more confident in my own skin. And as I stated earlier, my dad was gone most of the time, and my mom, I don't know where she was at, but she wasn't home. So I was taught to use my own resources, and I decided to make my own lip gloss because my mom said she wouldn't buy it for me. Unfortunately, I didn't have any of the ingredients at home to make my own lip gloss, but I did have innovation skills. So I mixed Vaseline, Kool-Aid, and I created my own lip gloss. It was kind of dangerous because I was like literally in 4th grade on the stove mixing these things together, and my mom came home and she was like, "Girl, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Girl, I'm making lip gloss." And she had no choice but to respect it after that. So ever since that day, I learned how to love myself a little bit harder. I always went to school with lip gloss. My mom started buying me it. She couldn't invest in making it a bigger project because we didn't really have the funds to do so. But eventually, I just felt confident in my skin. I started attending Iowa State University. That's me as a little freshman. I at the, I don't know what it's called, but that was me as a freshman. But once again, I started to feel invincible again. I didn't have any peers that looked like me. The population for African Americans here is about 2.5%, so I just felt alienated again and similar to my fourth grade self. I needed something that was gonna make me feel confident. So I used my innovation skills, mixing activism and innovation. I was able to create Simply Simone LLC. I am the CEO and founder of a socially conscious cosmetics company. I offer a variety of shades that make people feel beautiful and confident in their own skin. Inclusive beauty is key for confidence. Feeling pretty is a protest. Simply Simone is an evolution of making people feel beautiful in their own skin and making it a reflection of real life. I not only center on darker skinned women, but I also focus on members of the LGBTQIA+ community and wider shaped bodies, just in order to redefine what beauty, I'm so sorry, y'all, I'm stuttering today. Also, wider shaped bodies redefining what is deemed as beautiful and challenging the racial practices and standards within the cosmetics industry. You're probably wondering where I got Simply Simone from, and my middle name is Simone, which surprisingly enough is a French origin meaning to be heard, and I feel like I'm doing just that with my brand. I graduated from Iowa State University in 2023, and I have been making a dent in the beauty industry ever since I got there. From dorm room hustle to $1 million company. I'm not a millionaire yet, but remember that I said it here first. I'm an Iowa State University alumni, I'm an author, I'm a poet, a part-time chef, and now I am a licensed massage therapist. But most importantly, I am a small business owner. I want to meet the needs of Black women everywhere and women of color to make a real difference in the world. I love using my hands to create a difference with massage therapy and with cosmetics. With everything I do it with passion, I do it with love. I have goals of opening up my own salon and spa named Aurora's one day, combining my love for the people with therapeutic touch and cosmetics to transform lives. Thank you.
I knew you'd kill it. We are going to take a 5-minute break, so it's 5:30. So at 5:35, feel free to grab a drink, some snacks, restrooms around the corner to your right. 5 minutes, and we will start with our remaining 3. Jassma'ray, you killed it. Thank you.